Evening, folks. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage. Got a bit of a pivot for our Formula One group build. Actually, a double pivot because Julie, my wife, is also changing her kit. So, give me a second. We're going to get things turned around and I'll show you where we're going. So, just a sec. All right, we're back. So, thanks so much, first off. Thanks so much to everybody who so far who has joined into the Formula One group build that Kyle over at RKD Scaleworks and I are running. It's really been a pleasant surprise to see the folks who have embraced this. So do very much thank you, everybody. So cheers to all of you. And I know we've got some more folks coming in. We've got a couple people waiting on kits. So once again, Formula One, any scale, any kit manufacturer, any era, which we're going to talk about in a second, and started, unstarted, really the only quote rule, it's just the dates, and it's already started. It started a couple weeks ago. Actually, I guess now it's 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm okay. At the Australian Grand Prix, and it goes until December 7th, which is the last Formula One race of the season, which is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And really, that's it. It's got to be a Formula One car, and we're looking to finish it on December 7th. So, to that end, you may recall the kit that my wife was going to build was the Lotus Coventry Climax, Lotus 25. And Kyle, our co-host and my buddy from the Buddy Build, and just my buddy in general, Kyle sent this over for Julie. And I think it's quite funny because John over at Left-Handed Models, when he did his intro, I said, oh, geez, we better be careful because if my wife sees this, she'll start looking for it. And then Kyle was nice enough to send this kit over. So very much appreciated, Kyle. This is, as you can see, this is the 1950 Alfa Romeo Alfetta. In 1950 was the first year that the Formula One Drivers' Championship was actually, the Drivers' Championship was actually awarded. I believe F1 started like 47, 48, something like that. But they didn't have that Drivers' Championship trophy. So Julie's going to build this one. She's pretty stoked because she does prefer, the older period of cars. So, in fact, she hasn't flipped the box over yet, or else she'd already be on the lookout for this Talbot Lago Grand Prix 1949, which is another very cool kit. So, anyway, so that's Julie's change. So from the Lotus Coventry Climax, Lotus 25 Coventry Climax, to the Alfa Romeo Alfetta 1950. Me, I'm changing as well. I was going to do the Tyrol P34. Again, I built the 1/12 kit when I was a kid, and I was doing the whole, Timmy's going back to his childhood. But then you may have seen in the news about a week ago now that Eddie Jordan passed away. Now, Eddie Jordan was a team owner of a team called Jordan. Very, very colorful character. If you want to go off and do some reading, you really probably would find yourself chuckling at the story of Eddie Jordan and how he, built his team. He came up from the lower formula ranks and went racing. And they had a few wins, but I think if you just watch, I'm going to post a link to a YouTube video from a channel that does Formula One liveries. They haven't done a video for many years now. But the video for Jordan is great because one of the main sponsors was Benson and Hedges. And this was in a time when tobacco advertising was starting to get banned in various venues, but not across the board. So there were some tracks where they could be Benson and Hedges, but then there were other ones. Well, they blocked out letters in Benson and Hedges. So in one of them, it was "Be on Edge." And then they had, the snake. Anyway, it's really cool. A really cool story. So Eddie Jordan passed away. And so I'm going to do kind of a tribute / memorial build. I'm going to build the Jordan 191, which is the first car that they had. And I'm still trying to decide on livery. I might go with the 7-Up and Fujifilm livery that you see here. But I also picked up a set of, an aftermarket set of decals from Studio 27. And up here behind Spot Model, you can see here, it says Jordan Grand Prix, and it's got the two globes. It's kind of the Formula One symbol. And then you see there's also a Jordan 911. Again, check out the video. But Eddie got in a bit of strife with Porsche, so he had to change the 911. But it's a funny story how he ended up getting a Porsche that he could drive for, I think, 18 months. So anyway, this minimalistic set of the yellow decals gives you this car, which is the test version, basically the rollout livery that they uncovered for the press when they were introducing the team and introducing the car. So there are 4 different, versions that you could build, but one of them is the test version. The entire body was just carbon fiber, and then it had these few decals, plus it had the decals on the wheels, which are these Oz decals in the yellow stripes down here. So that's where I'm leaning right now. I'm just for something different. So we'll see. I'm gonna decide. I might look for carbon fiber decals. I also have an option that I'm going to try. I'm going to try a spoon test. I'm going to put down some flat black, and then I bought some screen, and so I'm going to hold the screen over the spoon and spray through it. So if that works, I'm going to call it a tutorial video, and if it doesn't work, let us never speak of this again. So anyway, that's where we're at for the Formula One group build. Again, thank you all who have signed up. Once again, encouraging folks to join the fun. It is going to be a blast. It already is. I know there's, again, John from Left Handed Models. He's got a great video up. He's got some, done a lot of research. He's got some great pictures that he's gotten off the internet and printed out. So certainly encourage anybody to jump into the fun. If you're interested in a kit and you don't have one, shoot me an email, boxstockgarage@gmail.com. I can make you a hell of a deal. I got a couple kits that I'd be willing to part with. And again, I'm not looking to gouge anybody, so let's talk. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great night, great rest of the weekend, and be on the lookout. You can see something right over here. What's that? Oh my goodness. Be on the lookout tomorrow. for something really cool. So y'all have a great night. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage. I'm out of here.